Hello Facebook, this is Professor Watermelon, and this is the first time ever I have gone live. So I'm kind of excited. I'm also a little bit nervous for some reason, but I thought that I would share something with you. So if you have your kids around, go ahead and grab them. They might want to see this too, because all of my kids in creative writing clubs and camps and Watermelon University, they love something that I do called Bookworm Bookmarks, and I crochet those bookworm bookmarks. And tonight I thought that I would crochet one of those live for all of you to see how I make them. So I make my bookworm bookmarks and I name them after either characters in my books or characters from other children's authors' books. And the one I'm going to make tonight is Pippi from Pippi Longstocking. Here's the book. Let's see if I can raise it up there. Pippi Longstocking. It's a book by Astrid Lindgren, a Swedish author, and you probably have watched the movie or read the book. It's a classic. So when I make a bookworm bookmark, I look at the cover, I think of the characters, and then I come up with a color scheme and idea of how I want the bookworm to look. So the first thing that popped out in my imagination here is the socks. Pippi Longstocking's socks. And they are red and white. So I know that I want red and white in my bookworm. So, and then I thought, well, all my bookworms have buck teeth, which would go quite well with Pippi. But then I thought, she needs those braids, doesn't she? Those long braids that stick out. So I think, how will I be able to do that? So let's take a look and see how I make one of these bookworm bookmarks. Let me move the camera down a little bit so you can see my hands. All right, let's see here. And you'll probably also see the professor's pups, because they just got out of their crates and are probably going to come over and see what we're up to. All right, so here we go. If I have any crocheters out there, you will know that I am making a chain stitch. So we start by crocheting 15 chains. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then I connect that last chain with the first one, like this. And then I hide that little string right there. I hide it in the next change that I do. It's going to be 65 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. And we have a nice long chain right there. That is going to be the tail of the bookworm. Okay, so now we have to make its little nose, or where the nose will fit on later, which will be a little pom-pom. So, second chain from my hook, I'm going to go in and make 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's going to start twirling here in a minute, kind of like a curly cue. And then the second chain from hook, I'm going to do 5 more single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So now we have the starting of the nose right there. And now we're going to build the little bookworm's face. So I'm going to half double crochet in the next chain from hook twice, 2 half double crochets, and then 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then I'm going to make a treble crochet. 1, there we go. And that's all on the 3rd chain from hook. And then the 4th chain from hook, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to do a treble crochet, 2 double crochets, and 2 half double crochets. Alright, and now here comes the lengthy part. So in the back, probably the next 10 chains, I'm going to put 6 half double crochets in each one. So that's 5 and 6. But before, let me show you what it's starting to look like here. See, there's the face. There will be 2 eyes right here, and the nose will go right there, and the teeth right under here. So keep watching, and you'll see the magic happen. This yarn will turn into a bookworm. Now, I would try to talk to you during this portion, but unfortunately it's hard for me to talk and count at the same time. But I guess I am doing it. But this keeps twirling, twirling. This is the body of the bookworm. Look, I'm talking and crocheting at the same time and counting. I can do it. See, Professor, you can do anything. And so can you out there. Now, I try to make a new bookworm each month, because each month not only do we have a few Watermelon University courses where every scholar gets a new bookworm, we also have... Somebody's knocking at my door, but I'm not going to answer it right now. They're probably going to knock again. But this is my first Facebook Live, and I can't answer the door now. But I also, in my classes, we read a new book once a month, a new chapter book. So in this month is Pippi Longstocking. Next month it's going to be James and the Giant Peach. So I imagine that the bookworm that we create will be quite peachy. What do you think? I will use some orange yarns, some greens. Roald Dahl is probably my favorite children's book author, behind E.B. White, who wrote my favorite children's book called Charlotte's Web. And as a matter of fact, there is a Bookworm Bookmark that I made named Charlotte. So I'll have to show that to you at some point too. Now I hope I'm putting the right amount of chains or half double crochets in here. But I'm a little distracted. Somebody's knocking at the door, and I'm talking at the same time. I can do 3 things at once. Wow. Well, here we go. Here, see how we're creating a little curlicue right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So little curls. We want 8. So we need 2 more curls. And then we're almost done, and then we get to assemble the bookworm, which is a lot of fun because then they come to life. That's my favorite part, is watching these little guys come to life. And then they find a forever home with a reading companion. That's actually my favorite part, is when they find their forever home. Okay, now we have the bookworm right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's enough. Now we're going to make the teeny tiny part of the tail. So we're going to go back to single crochets. We're going to put 5 single crochets in the next chain, like that, and then just 3 in that next chain after that. 3, and then we're going to slip stitch in the next 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 chains right there. And that creates the end of the tail. Now, where are my scissors? There are the scissors. Snip it off there and just go ahead and whoop, pull out your hook. But I have to hide this little tail right here so that it doesn't hang out there. So let me hide that little string. I'm gonna hide it in here. See how fast that was? These bookworms come to life pretty quickly. And right here. And then snip that off. And hopefully my hot glue gun is heated up. All right, so this is the body of the bookworm. If you look here, that's going to be the face. And I have, remember that little loop that we created at the bottom? That's where I'm going to put a little tassel. Now I've already cut some yarn. Remember those red and white socks? I've cut some red and white yarn, and I'm going to make a tassel right there at the bottom. You know, just a simple tassel. And I'll use my crochet hook for that. Here we go. Right here. We're going to put this little tail on. Whoop, like that. That was easy enough, right? And then I will trim the end. If you can see it. Snip away here. Trim the end. So now we have the whole bookworm body. And here's my favorite part. Now, this part might take a little while because it involves braiding, but we'll see. Now, this is going to be the bookworm's hair. All right, remember those hair, that hair that Pippi Longstocking has? Well, I cut 12 pieces of orange hair, and I'm going to take 2 at a time and place them up here around the edges for hair. So I'll go right here in the middle, and then these are going to be braided later, just like little tassels. There we go, there's 1. And take 2 more pieces of the orange yarn. Okay, there's 2. And another piece. Let's make sure they're even here. How do you guys feel out there? You are witnessing the first ever Facebook Live with Professor Watermelon making one of his famous, almost famous, someday famous, perhaps, bookworm bookmarks for kids. Here we go. Made of a famous character, at least, Pippi Longstocking, right? And there's another piece of hair. We need 6 total. 6 of these little guys total. 6 little tassels. Okay. See what we're looking like so far? Woohoo! And 1 more. Hold on here, let me get it even. All right. And then we get to do some braiding. I remember a long time ago, back in the 80s, when I was just a young whippersnapper, friendship bracelets were a big deal. And we all learned how to braid yarn together to make friendship bracelets. So let's see if I can do this here. All right. Can you guys see that? Just braid it along. Probably try to get around 4 of them in there. Four or 5. All right, that will do. Now I'm going to put this down here, and I need another, where's my scissors? Another piece of orange yarn. Actually, we'll create two of them. I'm going to tie off that little braid. There we go. Tie it tightly so that the yarn doesn't creep out of there. And cut that. And now we'll do the other side. So we'll repeat. Repeat. I wrote a story called Lily and Pete about two bullfrogs that were on the opposite sides of a deep and muddy creek. I don't know why I thought about that. I guess repeat, repeat. Here we go. All right, so that's about right. And we need to tie that off right there. You know, that's the classic, that's a signature of Pippi Longstocking's character, are those braids that stick straight out, right? So that's when I create a bookworm, I'm always thinking, what makes the character memorable? And for her, it's those little braids that stick out. See, there they are. Let's trim the ends. Just a little snip like that. There's one, and there's two. There we go. Looky there. Okay, now it's time for the little tuft of hair in the middle. You know, we need a little tuft of hair. Some more yellow orange yarn here. Let's do, I'm going to take 3 pieces to do this. All right, and there's a little tiny stitch right here in the middle that I'm going to make one more little tassel, and you'll see what I do with it here in a minute. All right. Right there in the middle. See that? And now I'm going to make a little poof of hair in the middle. All right. Ta-da! See that? All right. Now here's the fun part. We get to glue on the teeth. Now I made these little teeth out of just regular little, you know, those little foam pieces that you can buy at Michael's or Joann's or any craft store. And here's my glue gun, my handy dandy glue gun. Just put some glue there. We'll trim the teeth in a minute. And lift up the little flap right here, kind of like her little mouth, and push in those teeth, and we have teeth. All right, teeth first. Now she needs eyes. And I have these cute little blue eyeshadowed googly eyes here. And I thought the blue looks good with the orange. So we need to put some glue on that eye. There we go. And let's see. And put it on. Can you guys see that? I will figure out how to do Facebook Lives better as I do more of these and make sure that I'm keeping everything on camera so that you can see how I'm doing this. And I kind of like these little braids. One is going kind of up and out, and the other one's going down and out. Up and out and down and out. There we can see. Looky there. All right, and now what is she missing? She's missing a nose. So let's give her, how about a little, uh-oh, I just popped it away. How about a little pink nose? So remember, right there at the beginning, I told you it was going to be where the nose goes. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. And the nose goes right inside. And now she has a little pink nose. And I'm going to trim those teeth. Trim those teeth down a little bit. Like that. Aha! Looky there. There's Pippi. But she's missing a final touch. Take a look right here. Do you see that little red bow? I'm going to put a red bow in her hair. So remember that little tuft of orange that I created there? Let's just put a little dab of glue, and we'll put her little red bow right there in the middle. And there, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, you have a bookworm bookmark named Pippi. But what do you do with these bookworms once they're created? Well, let me show you. Now I'm going to try to move this camera back up. All right, let's put her right here. Hey, there we go. All right. Now let me demonstrate what you do with a bookworm once you have one. Remember that book that you're reading, Pippi Longstocking? Or maybe a Professor Watermelon book that you can find on Amazon.com? Well, while you're reading, these are made for children and children at heart. So that's all of you out there. While you're reading, your bookworm can hang out right here over your shoulder, like this. Your bookworm is an excellent reader. They can read upside down, sideways, upside up, anyways. They also love to be read aloud to. So you can, while you're reading your book, your bookworm can read along with you, like this, or you can read aloud to them. And then when you're finished with your book, maybe it's dinner time or you have to go to bed, your bookworm becomes your book mark. Like that. Just like that. Oh, here you go. Here's Pippi and her book, Pippi Longstocking. All right, guys, this is Professor Watermelon signing off. I will see you all again very soon. I think I kind of like this Facebook thing. I can connect with you guys anytime, anywhere, at the comfort of my dining room table. Look at that. I will see you guys very soon. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave them in the comments section, and I will try to, or questions, and I'll try to answer those later. I'll also let you know when I'm going to have another Facebook Live, so that maybe when we're making that bookworm for James and the Giant Peach. In the meantime, happy reading, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.